Check it out. What do you mean? Yeah, the middle is right there. These were 6 on that side. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you?
I married a trumpet player from Parkhill Band, Steve Kirby. All right. We met not at Parkhill, we met at band camp at Northwest Missouri State. So, yeah. I'm glad you all came. I really appreciate you getting the word out. We don't have much of a schedule. They're going to rehearse you, as I told people, until they think you're not going to get any better. Then you can stay here and call in.
Hi.
You can go out and have lunch. You can go home. I'm going to go home, clean up, come back. There is no scheduled plan, but I think they want you back here at 5:30, 5:15. I'm not getting a reaction. John Bell is on his way. He just left Maryville. So Kai and Mr. Mack will be conducting this rehearsal. You want them back here at 5:50, 5:30?
Yeah, 5:30 is fine.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Mack. And this is our guest of honor, William.
Well, I would like to know, my name is Kai Haskell. If you've not met me, I am the current director of bands here at Park Hill now, or this is not actually Park Hill. If you would indulge me, how many of you are Park Hill alumni, just so we can see the alumni? I would really like to hear the year you graduated. So I'm just going to go by row. You just tell us your name, and if you're married, probably your maiden name, so other people might recognize you. And then the year that you graduated. You're starting with you, yeah.
My name's Crystal Wisconsin, and I graduated in 04.
I was actually here for that.
Yes.
My name was Debbie Collebuck, and I graduated in 73.
Leanne Kimbrell, and I graduated in 72.
Janet Berg, 71.
Alumni.
Celestine, yes, 73.
My name is Paul Dodds, I graduated in 75.
Mr. Efferman, when did you teach here?
Long time ago.
74.
Let's see, yeah, 73 to 90.
Lyle Rodell, 67. I'm Herman Rafiki and I graduated in 1980. Roy Maxwell, 80.
That was Annie Mobley, 76.
Karen Bird, 70.
Oh, and I should also introduce, this is David Potter. David Potter, next fall, will be our assistant band director here.
Jake Bull, 72. Randy Meek, 68.
Steve Kirby, 76.
Joel Kirby, 2008.
Pat Williams, 77.
Steve Walker, 72.
Luann Funkhauser, 73.
Wes Masters, 73.
Bill, 73.
Thorpe Fake, 77.
We have the most spirit.
Steve Burke, 68. Rich Anderson, 75.
I'm so glad that you're all here. Oh, and then how many of you were working with Mr. Mack at Missouri Western? Okay, and then what years were you, what did you graduate from Missouri Western?
Graduated from there.
I went to UT.
I graduated. No, I was at
Oh, okay.
78. I graduated in
88.
86.
Graduated in 90.
Alumni from Missouri Western?
81.
81. 86. 86.
I crossed it out.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I can't say I'm flattered. Well, anyway.
Years play, then.
You may do it again. It's just absolutely fantastic to see all of the people that relate to almost every facet of my career. It has been unbelievable. And I can't thank Vicki enough for all of the hard work. You know, the strange part of it, John Bell, bless his heart, he was the GOAT. He's the one that I talked to. And I said, John, what's going to go on? Well, we're going to have an alumni band. And that's all I got to ask. All I got to ask. Seeing all of these fantastic musicians, people who were not so much students, my colleagues, it's just an honor and a privilege to be a musician. I can't tell you how grateful I am. Wow. I almost want to stop and say, Lord, please, don't wake me up. Before we get started, this lady here is I want to introduce someone you don't know. and I'm so flattered that she is here. An ex-United States Navy principal. Lynn used to be Seward, and last name I don't know. Fryer. Wonderful player. I knew her dad, mother, and brother, and sister. They were incredible directors themselves, and they had great programs in Richmond, and previously been at the Central Methodist College. And it was, well, you couldn't learn from that guy, you couldn't learn from him. But it was a wonderful thing. And to have you here, this, my dear, is far beyond flattering. It's just, it's inspirational. And I thank you so much. Okay, now, the first thing we're going to do, I'm not going to do, I'd like to get a project march, and I want to tell you just a little bit about this, because it has to do, again, with my career, if you will. In 1959, I left Gallatin, Missouri, and came to Park Hill. Had one slight doubt in my mind, and that was I wasn't sure that starting 7th grade beginners was ever going to work. In fact, I was so dubious that the superintendent of schools said, I'll tell you what, try this for a year, and if it doesn't work, then we'll let you go down to 6th grade the next year. And I think, well, if I survive the first year, we'll take a gamble on it. But what I discovered was that by the 1st of December, in the first year, they had accomplished already what my beginners in Gallatin had done in an entire year. And by the middle of February, they had completed the second book, which was the second year of training in Gallatin. And by the end of the year, we had accomplished the Bell and Progressive, which was the third book in the training system. And, they were playing it better than, the 8th graders were at that point in Gallatin. And I had no idea. I was growing with them. So, we got to give a spring concert. And the first tune we did was a tune called Project March. One of my beginners in Gallatin later became a colleague, if you will, at Park Hill. And he is going to conduct his first tune, Project March, Mr. Mike Evans.
Surprise, I didn't know I was going to do it.
You don't know it or anything, do you?
I don't know this too very well. Surprise, I came to Park Hill. I knew I was going to be teaching Herman and all over. Come down and sit up. But anyway, I knew what my assignment was, and Bill says, oh, by the way, can you do the second sophomore band? I said, what? The second sophomore band? Remember that? Yep. I do too. I was in shell shock coming from King City. There were more people in the 8th grade band than was the whole town. And to add another event, I was having all kinds of dreams. All right, can we play the first note and get a meeting and we'll try to take it too fast. Be sure to remember it is march style.
played that a lot better than 17.
Haven't studied this. Yeah, come on.
Us too.
Suck it up. Suck it up.
Down, left, right, up. We played that 7 months. We played 7 months. We gave it time to her. And I just told you to play better. But then we had to have those two. And I was looking through the band library. No idea what we used to play. It was going to make the march all right. So I ran into this little overture called Bright Dawn. And the reason I liked it so well is the fact that it had a clarinet cadenza in it that turned out to be quite a competitive circumstance for the clarinet players. I mean, when you have Herman Ricketty there as a clarinet teacher, developing clarinet players by the dozens. And I would imagine we had at least a dozen kids that would compete for the honor of playing that cadenza on the band concert in the spring as 7th graders. Are there any of you clarinet players here that played that cadenza on your concert?
No, you let Debbie still in play because I knew
Debbie
it.
Oh, I saw it on Facebook.
She was too clarinet.
But you're not better hard yourself. You let it go.
I want you to know that.
But we auditioned for it.
You did, yeah, okay.
I didn't know the finger, and I did something else.
You know, Bill, there's still auditioning.
Okay.
I have Hartfield students that bring in.
Yeah.
Look at this great solo. You're not going to believe it's one right done.
I'm like, okay, honey, let's go.
And you know, they didn't sound like 7th graders because they were, you know, the clarinet players. Once we got this guy.
Yeah.
Now you understand, my first 5 years was 5 or 6 years as an observer. But they got him. They said when you get 300 kids in the program, you can pick your assistant. Well, I knew who that was going to be. I went to him and said, hey, I want you to do this. He said, I want to do it. Let's go. And we did. My clarinet players prior to him coming sounded okay. They sounded like clarinet players that were trained by a trumpet player. And with my Christmas, there was an immense difference in the clarinet sound that day. I mean, the value of demonstration, imitation, and all of these things showed up in the word. And so each year, Herman Ricketty would have this contest. That's how we wound up playing Bright Dawn. Now, where's the score?
Oh, it's on the table right now.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I just told Herman, you're going to conduct this thing. And he said, well, I studied the score. That's all right. Get over here, baby.
You're the first note. First note on the top.
Just a minute. I came here because I used to be in the band. I played the oboe and I was in the class of 75. I'm sure you remember. I know.
And you cut your hair.
I did, right, but go back 40 years. I'm a sophomore. Yes, I'm a sophomore in Parkdale High School. 40 years. We were on split shifts. Okay, I was a sophomore and came in at noon. Juniors and seniors came in at 6. Last hour was band, and we didn't have, and the junior, senior band didn't have an oboe player. So Bill Mack asked me if I'd come in an hour early every day and play in it. And I said I would. And he said, I can't give you anything for it. I can't do anything for you, but would you do that for me? And I said, sure. So I did that, and Herman came to my house every morning. He'd pick me up, my personal chauffeur. And so fast forward 2 years, 1975, I got kicked out of high school. And I got kicked out of a class, and I was a quarter credit short of graduation. And they sent me this letter and said, you're not going to graduate because you don't have enough credits. And, okay. And, I got kicked out because I had a big mouth. And I went to Bill Mack and I said, you remember that thing I did 2 years ago? You remember that? I said, that would be a quarter credit if I could get that. And he said, I'll do something for you. So he goes over there. I don't, what in the world did you tell me? And anyway, he went over there and said something. After the captain down ceremony, after the graduation, after everything, I went up to the high school in the middle of the summer, and I said, can I have my diploma? And they said, son, you didn't graduate. We sent you a letter and everything. And I said, well, Bill Mack said I did. And they said, no, and so we argued a little while, and they went back in the office, and they came out real terse, and they said, give it to him. God, tell me if I'm lying. Okay, so God's honest truth. And so they gave me my high school diploma, and then when I went to get admitted to college, I had to write that story, and they let me in. I guess they thought creative writing would be my major. When I went to law school, I had to tell that story again. So I graduated from high school. 38 years I've waited to give you a proper thank you. Because if he had not done that, I would never have graduated from high school. But there's one thing I gotta know. And I thought I was gonna have to die and ask God what the answer was. What in the world did you say to them? What did you tell him? He's going to be around another year if you don't do this?
took him out and bought him a drink.
If anybody ever has a day where you think, I never did anything in my life that meant anything. Man, I hope you never have a day like that. Look around. Okay?
Hey, he didn't tell you who he was. This is David Bryant. And he comes from a very musical family here in the area. He had a brother, incredible ball player. But I just, having a guy like this around, he was a fine organist. Great organist. And he made the horn sound like a hope. But it was a pleasure to have you in that program. And your family. Great. Thank you so much for that.
Okay, we're square now.
Okay. Enough of this. This keeps up like this. I'll leave. All right, get up. National Emblem March. 87, I guess, I finally left Missouri Western and retired. I started a consulting called Music Advisory and Consulting Services with an acronym of Mack. And it worked. Over the next 20 years, I had this wonderful opportunity of going into uncountable numbers of high schools, junior highs, etc. And I did something like 1,100 band rehearsal clinics. And many of you, how many of you had bands that I worked with? Got a lot of band directors here. And what a pleasure that was. Really fun. To this day, I enjoyed it. But anyway, I'm doing fine physically, except my feet and knees aren't worth moving and ready to lift things back here. And then a couple of years ago, my wife, being on oxygen 24/7, had the long hose that you don't see well in the dark. And I tripped and fell and literally tore up my shoulder. And I was so old and had no muscle up there, the doctor said, well, you really know what I can do surgery on me. I don't have anything sewed. So I had limited motion. Well, and sure enough, I tried to catch myself in the living room with a rocking chair, and I fell down on the other shoulder, and it tore up too. So what I'm saying is, if I don't look very graceful up here and I make physical mistakes, it's because of my age. If you're wondering about that, I'll be 84 in September. Okay, national emblem. Well, the other thing is probably my favorite, if you will, arrangement of band music. Over the years, I have become a real patriotic cuss, you know. I love this tune. I love this arrangement. Nobody has done it with time. This afternoon when we do the concert, there's chimney glare. I'm going to turn around and say a little bit about this, but I'm going to conclude it with America's the Beauty. And at that moment, boom, do it. And it'll be on you. And we'll start on count 3 and there you go. Can we do that again, please? That's wonderful. I'm going to use a little rubato in the proper start in the third measure. I'd like to kick it up just a little bit and back. Here we go. One more time. More or less. That's you, sir. No, you're doing just one. Here again. That's what we love. I think it's 33, if I'm not mistaken. May I hear everyone at 33 who starts measure 33 with a quarter note, half of a quarter note? Just those people, please, for a moment. 33. Check the key change at that point. Go. Starting at 33. Really good. Stretch it. Okay. Right at 33. Take it over. Half that volume to start with, and I can use a little more of that bass line. Okay, once again, ready? We have a suspended cymbal and major, it'll be major 40 on the fourth count of the major. On suspended cymbal.
Some snare drum over on 4. And
Major 40.
And then crash on 1 and 41.
Well, what I want.
It doesn't matter what it said.
We'll talk about this when we get home, boy. Okay, anyway, starting on the third count, the fourth count of the major. I want a simple groove on that, culminating on the first count of the next major, and really rip it. This will help this wonderful climactic score here. It's fantastic. Let me go back, please. Number 33, this time with the pickup note. Very, very legato. Here we go.
Doing that concert formation and marching band, we used to just blow the stand, people out of the stands.
Right. And that was too loud. Okay, John, not here yet?
No, but I'll do some.
Okay. Now, if you don't know much about Kai Haskell, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Kai Haskell. He's a graduate of Northwest University in Ireland. He did very well. Fine band director in Ireland. Kai is not only a wonderful teacher and band director, he's also an accomplished composer. And he has several pieces that he did for band. I'm not sure how many of them are published, but anyway, it was a real thrill to me to see him take the position for his party. He's doing a great job, and we're really proud of him. You know, it really thrills me. That's been a fairly busy country band program there at Park Hill for a few years. And I'm very proud of that. Fantastic. We've got another fine program in Park South.
That's why we're doing this. You started it. It's all your legacy of this and what's going on.
Well, it's just something I'm sticking to. You know? Anyway, Mr. Kai Haskell, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
There's just one thing here, I forgot to do a little bit more of a history lesson. I had no idea how far these kids would go. How fast. So we're in the second year. We've already done the Right Down Project March, and at this point we've done the Voluntary League to B-flat major. And so, now these are kids that are like 19, 20 months old. Okay. And I thought, I wonder if we could do such a great piece. Again, one of my all-time favorites. Well, I implemented an old tool that you will probably remember. And I said, guys, I just want you to read through it. There's no way you're going to be able to play it. There's no way it can happen. And you can see, look in their eyes. Well, make a long story short, this tune became our rule piece every year for the 8th grade band. This was a biggie for the 8th grade band, and we made it happen. But I lied to them. I said, you can't do this. Oh, yeah. Remember, if we showed Tally, I would say in terms of that, right? Okay.
We did that one too.
Yes, we did.
Let's do that too.
No. Let's start again. Can we go just a little bit faster in 171? To go up just a little bit there. I would like
I don't know,
to
Mr. Mack, can we go any faster?
go faster. I asked him if we could go faster in the spot. Faster. Can we go faster?
Absolutely.
Always.
Let's see. Two more minutes before we do. Where we go? All right. How many people would like to go? We need to find out where it's going. It's right